I gotta start doing yoga in the morning again.
I don't think we like to have this stuff happen. If you could do it like that, you'd be much happier. I don't know, man. He likes modeling money. That's what I think.
Well, we went down and met him. Were you there? Yeah. Oh, you weren't there.
Give his power from his fear.
Yeah.
He's become a big boy.
Yeah, did you hear the one they came out with the other day? We don't have any information.
Congressional Medal of Honor and come and visit the United States. The protest
그래 동로지 교모도 메데네 베제다 정원 템보도 제페선 소주네 가게 되자 등들어들에 이슈 사이게 메게 조리에 메토다 그러려게 예대 잠본데 산제 신도로 메데 부모이 로고연남도 진하셔벌 소 에담만 고르레 나나가라 네야다야메 상제 제도도에 조나마 산교보도다네 서서지 나게 제게 제베 소남 로테세 산제 로벌 소 상한제 제도도에 조나마 산교보도다네 서서지 나게 제게 제베 소남 로로 펜세 산제 로벌 Chu Song Je, Chu Dong Bu Je, Chu Dong Lo, Chu Dong Lo Ne, Chu Sung Chi, Dina Shi Ge Je Pe Sung Chi, Do La Pe Shi Song Je Du Bu Wei Shu. All right. Now, today also we are still alive. So our life is very uncertainty. As today is there, but tomorrow will not be. Someone is today there, but today is gone already. So we are same kind of condition, human beings. So we are not much stronger than others. It's not. But still we have life. Really it is. That's great to appreciation of this. So then, what we need to do, I think is we think about safe. Nobody wants suffering, pain, or happiness. Nobody wants it. So that is taking example for the others. I don't want pain, unhappiness, suffering. Anyone, even, of course not big ones, but even small ones, I don't want it. So just like me, myself, we need to think about ourselves, and ourselves take example for others. So also other thinking beings, even animals, insects. Here doesn't matter big or small. Body is not different, but consciousness, everyone has same consciousness. The baby doesn't make a sense by the size of body. So everyone's wishing for to have the happiness, joy. That's why everyone busy, even including insects. Insects flying, not for pleasure. It is not really. They are looking for something good things for themselves, to be happy, something object where they wanted. Someone's attached to taste, form. Maybe animals are not much interested for forms, but taste, yes, touch, and all those kind of comfortable. Also they are looking for, just like we do. So we think they want like everybody want like that, but they don't have it. But they don't have enough. Everyone doesn't have enough for positive enjoyment, happy, everything's. Even you think by yourself, what I want, I don't have it yet. So more need looking for. Today I don't have, but wishing for today. Tomorrow we will have. Tomorrow I don't. This week I don't have, but next week. This year, next year, all always thinking for the sake to be happy, joy. Everyone's same way. It's animals, or even tiny insects, same way. So therefore, all those try to make a happiness, joy, and a positive result, any kind of big or small, doesn't matter, came from the positive action. Positive action. Positive action means spiritual action. Someone good cook is, but there's not positive action. Good cook, yes. Good cook, good write. Someone has a good skill for computer or something. But that's not positive action. I'm not talking about. Positive action means spiritual action. Spiritual actions result must be or should be good result. It's happiness. Positive actions bring the result of that happy, joy, success. So that's why I think we are together all the time. Something, try to listen to the teaching. We have books, but only reading books, difficult to put together body of the spiritual or meditation, body of meditation from the book. Very difficult ways. Therefore, we follow the masters, great masters. This not only masters, great masters. Introduction, whatever they got, we follow that. You see, like this, the great enlightenment in your poem. So this is a great introduction. Not introduction, I say, instruction for the meditation, yes, for what need to do. So that's why I think we gathering and try to realize of the meaning of the Dharma, actually real. There's no shadow of the Dharma, so that doesn't make sense. We are this is example. If they're looking for sugar, sugar, even they got sugar cane. Sugar cane is a little bit sweet, yes, but they didn't get the sugar yet. So we need to be real Dharma. So no recollection of Dharma, we need real Dharma. See, just like a real sugar. Sugar cane has a little taste is sweet, but it's no for the real sugar. Same way, Dharma also we looking for Dharmas. We must follow the actual what Buddha has or commentary of the Buddha's teaching by great quality of the masters, what they did. We need to follow that. So I think we are now explanation from this. We will get what we wanted. We can get from the Sajipang's instruction for how to do real positive action. So now, did you have good mind? That's it. Did you have it? Do you have good mind means now. Did you have means long all the way, since we was meeting last Wednesday. Since then always to now, did you have a good mind? So that's what I mean to think about. This good mind means, I talk about it was reading, it's just something skills, there's no necessary good mind. So here said good mind means bodhicitta, or great compassion, loving kindness, or respect to the others, or charity for the others. Yes, that's kind of. Do we have it? See, think about it. We need to examine it by ourselves. Really, it is not somebody else. No, we are not like a school cats. Giving the examination. It's not like that. We need to examine it by ourselves every day, every minute if can. Really it is. What are you doing? What are you thinking first? What are you talking to the others? What are you doing my body's action? Right or wrong? So that's it. If going to wrong, we need to stop right away. Like killing others, stealing others, shooting others by sexually. That's kind of calms. Here first, then by body's action, calms. Need to be stopped. See, that's it. That bad mind is calm. Bad mind is becomes, they try to make a right voice, try to push out from our consciousness, yes. We don't want to polish for our consciousness, polish by negative minds, like painting, painting. Maybe watch, contaminated already some our mind by negative negative minds, desire, attachment, everything. This look like a painting with our real consciousness. No mixture. It's not. If mixture negative mind with our right mind, means main mind, cannot be. That's too bad. We cannot make it purify. If we do purify those negativities, then it should be also together, real, our main consciousness. It should be purified, I think. Then when the result comes, there are no consciousness. What do we do? Sometimes people thinking like this. Our right mind is and also negative mind is like become just same like a milk put in the water, just mixture like this. Too bad. No, like this. Never has been. No. Our real mind consciousness contaminated, you can say, dirty, try to make dirt. So that's what you can work with, dirty. But then clean mind is still, natural clean mind is there. Example is like if you have filthy, dirty clothes, you can put that on the machine. Good soap, and also in the laundry. That's machine and the soap together wash the dirty, to destroy the dirty. But still a cloth we have it. Just like that. When we purify those negative minds, but still a main consciousness, pure, natural mind is still there. So that's it. So anything, so we need a teacher says, saying something means, do you have good mind or heavy head, you can say, is it?
Have you a good mind?
Huh?
Have you? Can you say that?
No, have you means now.
Oh, you mean
Or continuing from this, yesterday to now. What do you say in English?
Huh? Do you have you had?
Yeah, have you had? That's good. Yeah.
But it's now too though.
Yeah. Have you had means that there are two things. I think from yesterday to now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think so. Looks right to me. Okay. So that's very important, really, good mind. Try to make good mind. Learn from your home, really. With your husband or wife. If you don't have children, learn from them. And friends, workplace, everywhere. Really it is. Something come up, negative minds come up, try to right ways. Try to make off. Make off means don't follow. That's it. You cannot like through ways like this kind of, there's no physical objects to be do like this. There's no like that. But try to not follow them. And the other ways, not follow and think about opposite of them. Try to think about. Then it should be okay. So I think these are we need to learn, do it. We use it with the sentient beings. Which we are learning, these are for sentient beings. Actually, more important things, which we need to purify or negative actions are mostly from others, with others. Not from others, with others. Therefore, when we combination with others, very important to think about. Concentration. Mindfulness means like that. Mindfulness. Sometimes people think mindfulness, what I did, I went to a restaurant, I eat there. That's not mindfulness, no. That's not mindfulness. That is, I think, as exciting mind. Oh, I talk to them, or everything, and driving over there, something like this. That's exciting mind. So that is the enemy of the meditation. Yes. So mindfulness means really, oh, I'm okay. What I did. Yesterday I was wrong or not. This morning wrong or right. During the day right or wrong. All the time. If wrong, regret. Right away is regret. Oh, I should not do like this kind of. Should not think about this. Should not talk about that. Should not doing by, speech, action by body, speech, mind. If wrong, I should not do that, but I did. So I will not do again. So it's possible. You see, that's only, I think. We are really losing the time, not losing the time. So we talk about, just really we are today here. Tomorrow what will be, we don't know. We don't know. Today we may be nicely, but tomorrow body is behind and but person is really where we don't know. That's why they think about. Then it is make ourselves person to in the right direction. We don't want to harm others, damage others. We don't want it. Just very short term here. Why we do those things? We are doing these things mean to the others, and also lots of things. Telling lie and all those really negative, mostly lots of negative things, doing negative action. Because we think longer stay, be here. That's why fighting with others, fighting with others. Oh, someone criticized to me, when I heard this, oh, then like this, if there's no hurt, criticize whatever did. If you need to say something wrong or something you did, stealing so, but if you didn't do, you can say, sorry, I didn't do it. You can talk nicely, but don't need angry. Even not wrong, don't. Just on the sounds, sounds comes. Goes, I think. So that's why impermanent, direct impermanent, meditation is very powerful. Everything really it is very powerful. That's why many times answer questions, answer through the Sunday teachings, Venerable Geshe. Tremendous really it is. If we think about it, then impermanent, especially time of the death is not certain. So any time can become. When we think about that, they're good relate with others. We don't want to hurt each other. No, honestly, we don't want a telling lie and keeping something secret or nothing. Really it is. Always His Holiness mentioned. So I think these teachings are something, okay? So now we learn. Did you have a good mind? Me say, I did compassion with others, loving kindness to others. Or then did I charity for the others? Charity for the others means even we cannot now take care of the others, but by mentally, I don't have now enough. The example this is in Africa, tremendous people dying by starvation. We need to help directly if we can. Food, shelter, everything we need to give it, but we don't have it. But we're wishing for this kind of I don't have this time, but I wish for help, and in the future I will have it. When I see this kind of suffering by starvation, suffering by fighting, if I to have the power for help for those, need to have the power. You know the power? See, I don't have the power now, not yet, but I wish for in the future to have the power for all those take care of others. So that's one. So think about it. I think that's I think. So good minds means just something good skills. That's not necessary. Good carpenters, yes, but thinking they know, but it's good skill, yes, but it's not. Which we talk about good mind. Do you have good mind? Means this not object of that is not. So I think about it. We need to learn. Everyone needs to learn. Even tomorrow, become a being with us. But today is also learn. Need to learn. Sometimes people think, teachers don't need to learn. That's never that's way. Higher than teacher means being with us tomorrow also babies, but today is still learning. Widowhood call no more learning path. No more, you understand? Widowhood is the no more learning, must finish learning. That's path. Monks, however, it doesn't matter. Need to learn. Tremendous. Need to learn, everyone. Sometimes people think, you're a teacher, so you don't learn. I say, that's no. If say like this, someone has egos, very bad, They think, I'm teaching something. I need to learn, don't need to learn. Think about that way, it's very bad. So, stop the learning. Stop the learning means they stop the to be born knowledge with them. If not learn, will not be have knowledge. You understand? All knowledges are by learning. Came to us by learning. Even ordinary knowledge, like a scale, without learning, nothing to know. So that's why I think very, very important, really, studying, learnings. So that learning is always I mention, intellectual way is not so good either. Intellectual learning is not so good. If they say, do you know this? Yeah, I know. Do you do that? Oh, that's not so good, I think. So, learning is very important, but without intellectual. See, even one word I say, there has meaning, but that meaning is also to need to use it. Use it for the become a being with that. So, the collection of the knowledge is tremendous for the become a being with that. Just like, all those, what we need knowledge for the become a being with that. Those knowledges, if those knowledges has a form, cannot put in the whole universe. You understand? Universe is too small for the content of which we need to have to collect the knowledge. Follow me? So that's, I think, that's why I'm enough, learning enough. Someone say, you heard this from students. I learn enough. I say, not enough. If you say like that, then you need to ask me like this. Are you being with already? You ask them, yes. It's no, okay, then you need to learn. I heard this normal learning practice Buddhahood. You are not yet there. Therefore you need to learn. What do you think? Really? Anyways, then that's why I think, if we think about this way, when we study, sometimes hard, difficult, but then there's ideas make it easy for us. Easy. I need more than this. If I stuck or I don't have energy for this to learn, not good. I need to learn more than this. I need to get the whole knowledge for the become a being with the so tremendous collection of collection of merits. So if you think about this, then that's okay. Even hard, to meditate or study very hard, but then that one make it too easy. Oh, this is not difficult. I need more than need to do for become a being or for the collection of merits. So that's kind of, I think, idea is very, very important. To make it. We have some wisdom. We have wisdom. We need to make a development of wisdom by ourselves. Always little wisdom, we don't want it. Even animal has a little wisdom, yes. Yes, has that. Beginning baby. Beginning when they was born, nothing to know much. But then, day by day, little by little, weeks, then they learn more. When their awareness to open. That's what we know. So our spiritual, also wisdom, also same way like that. Little fires make whole huge fire. That's kind of we need. We have a little wisdom with it then to learn more, and then we to do. Then to learn more, let's make a development of the wisdom with us. Can be, can be. So I think that's the way. And now this is the idea through the Atisha says all the time. Means in the morning we say good morning. Good morning. They say, meaning good morning. How are you? How are you? I think when we ask how are you, you says I'm okay. Does not just answer only one side. I think today I'm thinking this because one side, and then how are you means spiritually way or physical ways also. I'm okay means what do you think? Talk about. How are you means physically? Yes. Mm-hmm. Mentally? So. So really is thinking, So I think the thing is, so how are you means really is just we say, oh I'm well, I'm good. That means physically, only think physically. The mentally, no. Maybe sometimes when you have completely upset, then maybe you say, so. That means only a little bit, something in mental. So, but I think we have really two sides. Physical is okay, but mental is not okay, very bad. Harm damage physically outside okay, but if we do harm, damage others, no, okay, very bad. Physically also very bad. So also if we criticize somebody also telling lies, my speech is no good, bad. Disrespectfully by bodies, put down others or something like this. Physically, I'm okay, but if we do like this, no okay, not okay. So those are, I think, I today think this before I came here thinking. That means really we need to thinking, to side, physically or mentally, or spiritually, or physically, different kind of. So all you can check, think about it. So, okay, now I think we first, Aditya's now, he was born, everything is okay. Now there is he studied already, and also his Dharma action in India and what he did in India and also in Tibet. That's two ways. Now I can start in India, is it?
We're at page 56 in the Brown Book. To return to the story after he traveled over the sea, where we...
I say, yeah. Lama Selingpa already, yeah.
Yeah, and he just come to Sirling.
Oh, yeah. I say, in India, so you can say in India whatever he did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. So he went to the Lama Selingpa's. Aditya went to Lama Selingpa's place. Lama Selingpa, where he was staying. Which country?
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Today did they say golden land? Land of gold?
The Isle of Gold? The island?
No, I asked them. Today people call land of gold in Indonesia. They said that or not? No. Land of the gold. I think maybe that's a long time before there is lots of gold, I think. It's the land of the gold. There is Lama Selingpa. Lama Selingpa means gurus. Gurus, what is it? Do you know the explanation of the guru? Meaning of the guru, I think. Meaning of the guru. I think guru is Sanskrit word. The Tibetans will translate lama. That's today, so you can so, no. There are two different kind of name. Real name or with meaning, or even those not means but relatively, So lama means actually, guru means person who has high level knowledge, high level knowledge. High level realizations, who has high level realizations, and destroying is Panto means as a don't get this, it's not here. Okay, anyway, high level, who has the high level knowledge, it means realizations, path. Then the Seling means Lama Selingpa means high level monk. He is monk anyways. The bishop within the monks, the highest, completely, is ordained person. So high level bishop, then who has knowledge. Then What say? Read.
To return to the story, Atisha reached Indonesia. They landed on the island and saw some meditators, disciples of the great Suvarnadipa. Atisha and all his own disciples rested a fortnight and asked the meditators to tell the story of Guru Suvarnadipa's life. If we had been there, we would...
Okay, then they travel and they Indonesia, by Lama Selingpa. Atisha has how many disciples with him? Hundreds?
What was it, 500 on the...
Oh yeah, 500 said, is it? Okay. Disciples. They rest, they really go right west. They rest and stay, and then next day.
It says, if we had been there, we would have gone quickly as possible into the Guru's presence, but Atisha did not. Instead, he examined the life of the Guru. He was setting us an example. We must properly...
Oh, okay. This Atisha and his students, when they arrived in the Lama Selingpa's palace, they didn't go yet. Right away, they didn't go to see the Guru. Staying there a little while because of the originally, whereas Guru need to check with students need to check with Guru. Not these days. These days, something they're talking or something, then right away they go. It's not a long time. It's tradition. It is not like that. Students can be checked because this. If I take my Guru, this person, okay, I can do devotion, faith, and like highly I can the faith devotion can do or not, or then what kind of that Guru has knowledge, or not only I think sometimes maybe comes 10 different kind of knowledge of the Gurus talk about, So those are has or not checking first. Then Guru check also students. If you keep this student can be okay or not. So 12 years they says, long time. 12 years Guru check, 12 years the suppose check. Then 24 years. So that's difficult. So now, but still we need checking. That's why right west, Atisha and his students, they go to see the Lama Selingpa right west. They do stay a few years, not few years, few days. Then
a few of the meditators hurried on ahead to Guru Selingpa and told him, the great scholar Dipamkara Srijana, the foremost scholar throughout the eastern and western India, along with 125 disciples.
Yeah, 125 disciples with a teacher, don't forget, okay?
Traveled for 13 months on the ocean, enduring great hardships.
Okay, 13 months. From India to Indonesia, 13 months with sailing the ship, Do you think, you believe or not? Huh? Today, how many days? Maybe from India to Indonesia? Even not 1 week, we don't need, I think.
By boat?
Yeah, by boat.
It's about 3 to 4 days.
See? Why then 30 months sailing the boat?
No motor.
Huh?
No motor, sailing ship. Obstacles, but also it's a sailing vessel with no motor.
No,
Takes a long
that's not.
Oh, you think obstacle?
Obstacles why destroy the ship?
Trying to.
They can't. No. So that time is like a sail, with the wings. There are no engine.
No motor.
No engine. So wind is, like what you call sailboat or something, with materials, wind is,
Sails.
yeah, sail, material. Then sometimes way to maybe weeks go to the right direction, but sometimes bad wind comes, way take back, comes back, goes back, something like that. Those sometimes by obstacles, yes. But wind is, like a tornado, I think, was it? I don't know. That time, do you think tornado was there or not?
Hurricane.
Huh?
Hurricane.
Hurricane, okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, okay. So, anyways, 30 months means how, maybe you think today is like 5, 6 days, good days, why taking 30 months? That means, I think, you need to know that because of the, so that's it. Then?
The meditators hurried on ahead and spoke to Sir Lingpa.
Oh yeah, that's it. Sir Lingpa, this suppose says, great master Dipankara Shinjanam is Atisha. From India, he came to us to see you. So that's one. So 30 months they came through the selling. They came during the 30 months. Now they are arriving here to this message. Lama Selingpa's students to Lama Selingpa. Then
they have come to receive from you, O Guru, the fundamental mother, the perfection of wisdom sutras that gave birth to all the victorious ones of the 3 times.
Okay, that's what he said.
The reason that they've come to see...
Reason why they came. The Bankarashin, the Atisha, and 125 disciples with him came. Why came? Because they wanted. Then what said?
They want to... The fundamental mother that gave birth to all the victorious ones of the 3 times.
Okay, that's what do you think? Understood that's one. Huh? Yeah, Panchaparam, that's good. Why then called mother?
Because all Buddhas are born from realization, right?
That's very good. That's very good. Yeah, really, Jim, really. Yeah, because of the 3 times Buddhas, anyways, past tense, present, in the future also. All those are to be born with the mother of the Panchaparamita wisdom. Mother of the wisdom. Mother of the wisdom. So that's why they wanted to get the teaching of that from you. That's why they came. So that's it. Then
they have also come for the Mahayana practice of training the mind to develop the aspiration and...
what's it? Slowly.
They have also come for the Mahayana practice of training the mind to develop the aspiration and involvement forms of bodhicitta.
Okay. Another reason. They wanted to know the teaching from the mother of the mother of the 3 times Buddhas, Panchaparamita, and then they want to know the great path of the bodhicitta, Mahayana path. That's why they want to know from you. That's why they came. Then,
how marvelous that such a great scholar has come to our land, said Sir Lingpa.
Okay, who said that?
The Guru, Sir
Guru
Lingpa.
who? Oh, Sir Lingpa said, yeah, that's what. Sir Lingpa said, oh yes, that's great. Great like a Guru. Sir Lingpa is he called like a Atisha's great Guru, Great master, that Guru, came to our land, means came to Indonesia. Great. Then?
Sir Lingpa said we must welcome him.
See, that's a must. That's because at that times Atisha's like a what is it? Abbot of the, maybe not yet, Nalendra, and also there's two different very great universities. From those, Atisha is like a crown of all those masters that in that time. Then,
As great Atisha approached Guru Sirlingpa's palace, he and his party saw a procession in the distance coming to welcome them.
okay.
It was led by Guru Sirlingpa himself. There were 535 monks behind him. They looked like arhats. They wore the 3 robes of the proper
But
color.
behind of 500 monks, behind of whom?
Behind Sirlingpa.
Selingpa, okay. Then, that's Selingpa, and there's 500 monks, robe, very, let's say, beautiful, and then to see what is Atisha. Means when Atisha comes, they are gathered like this. Then,
They wore the 3 robes of the proper color, denoting a monk, carried the prescribed water vessels, and held beautiful iron staffs.
3 robes, we have 3 robes. Then,
62 novices attended them. In all, there were
62
62 novices attended them.
novices. Or Nagas or novice?
Novice.
Huh?
Novice.
Novice.
Yes,
Okay. Then,
in all, there were 597 ordained people. As soon as Atisha's group saw this imposing procession, so like the arhats of Buddha's time, they rejoiced from the depths
oh yeah,
of their
that's
hearts.
long distance when Atisha and his disciples saw that Lama Selingpa and his disciples, just tremendous, just like during Buddha's time, this time, that's kind of powerful. So it's just so faith devotion and from his side.
Then the Pandits, well versed in the 5 sciences, such as Atisha and Pandit Kasidigarbha, and the monks learned in the 3 baskets, set off for Guru Sirlingpa's residence.
Okay. 3 baskets. What is 3 baskets? The 3 baskets for apple basket or what is it? Basket of apple, basket of oranges. No, basket is what is the thing? Basket. Same like basket, is it? We have when we have put in the basket.
Teachings.
Huh?
The 3 groups of Buddha's teachings.
Group means people, is it? No?
No, general.
Uh-huh. No. 3 baskets means 3 patik, like
Tripatika.
huh?
Tripatika? Is that
Yeah. Because the basket of the Abhidhamma, basket of the Vinaya, basket of the Sutta, the teachings, you see? The teachings hall. Teachings halls basket, okay? Then, that's what we need to study. Just in the Lam Rim in here, all those 3 baskets meanings are put together here. Then,
They wore the prescribed sandals of a monk, and each wore 3 robes beautifully dyed with the Kashmiri saffron, so highly prized by Mahasamika school. So that other people could make them the very auspicious gesture of giving alms, they all carried iron begging bowls in good repair. They had with them all the prescribed utensils, such as the brass water container having the capacity of 1 drona measure of the country of Magadha,
then,
and the iron staff that the Lord of our teachers prized so highly. The Lord of our teachings prized so highly. They all wore the pandit's hat with blunt tips, blunt to denote lack of pride.
What is it?
It says they all wore the pandit's hat with the blunt tip.
Bend the head. The head, head. Okay. Then?
All held ceremonial fly whisks.
Uh-huh.
The 125 followed Atisha in single file, maintaining the prescribed distance from each other.
Okay.
A line as the five-colored arc of the rainbow. A line as perfect as the five-colored arc of the rainbow.
Uh-huh.
Everything was so magnificent, the virtuous gods were pleased and let fall a rain of flowers in respect.
Mm-hmm.
All the people of the island wondered at the actions of these two gurus and gained faith.
Two gurus means Lama Selingpa. There is Lama Selingpa and Ati, which came from India, Atisha. Then?
Atisha gave the guru a completely transparent vase. One could see that it was full of gold, silver, pearls, corals, and lapis.
Mm-hmm.
This auspicious...
Because of the Atisha's offering to the Lama Selingpa. Then?
This auspicious gesture foretold that he would receive the complete instructions into the bodhicitta trainings.
Okay. Why Lama Atisha giving those big offerings to Lama Selingpa? Because of the request to the teaching of the bodhicitta. You see, that's one request. And then?
They retired to the guru's room in the palace of the silver parasol. There, Guru Sirlingpa first taught them 15 of the 70 topics of Maitreya's ornament to realization, along with their accompanying oral instructions as an even greater gesture of auspiciousness. The master immediately took to Atisha, and they shared the same sleeping quarters. And so began 12 years in which Atisha and his disciples received the complete instructions on all the hidden meanings to the perfection of wisdom sutras.
Okay, that's good. They understand that. So 12 years Atisha did study with Lama Selingpa for the understanding, to actually real understanding of the wisdom, essence of the wisdom actually. So what do you think what do you think we are? Even we think, 1 year or 3 years, 10 years, then Atisha did how many years?
12.
12 years, yes. 12 years, all the time, every day. No break there, no. So, not any other things to do. Yes, eating once. Yes, then sleeping, yes. Otherwise, all action of that, bodhicitta. Then?
He received all the instructions from the lineage Maitreya gave to Asanga.
Okay. That's the lineage of the Maitreya gave to Asanga. Buddha gave this lineage of the bodhicitta. Buddha gave to the Maitreya. Maitreya means Javasambha. Maitreya gave to the Ayasanga. From that, we have lineage now, we do practice 7 the bodhicitta training of the bodhicitta, the 7, 7 steps. That's one there.
They also received exclusive instructions on training.
7 steps means, all thinking means my mother, then kindness of mothers, repair of mothers, compassion, loving kindness, as no more,
Altruistic.
huh?
Extra thought.
Extra thought, yeah, good. Extra thought, then bodhicitta. 6 causes and 1 result. So Jundeme says. That's the one giving instruction from Lama Selingpa true addition. Then
They also received
yeah,
exclusive.
today we have great, because of this lineage came from Buddha all the way without break, all the ways we got now. Then
They also received exclusive instructions on training the mind in bodhicitta by means of the exchange of self and others.
that's 5 different kind of poems or steps. That's from Buddha to Manjushri, from Manjushri to Ayasang, Nagarjuna, and from that ways to all the way to come down lineage. Also, that's also he received that. Then
The lineage for this was given by Manjushri to Shantideva.
yes, Shantideva means from Buddha to Manjushri, from Manjushri to Ayasang, Nagarjuna is back then Shantideva. Then
They studied, contemplated, and meditated upon these instructions most thoroughly.
okay, 12 years. What we did, instruction get from the Lama Selingpa, and then 125, and including a teacher, they did the practice of that. Then
By means of this exchange of self and others, they developed genuine bodhicitta in their minds
Okay.
at the feet of this guru.
yeah. Next one.
The guru once addressed Atisha, now lord of the doctrine, and predicted that he would make disciples by going to Tibet. Your Grace.
Okay, what understood this? What's saying?
He predicted he would make disciples by going to Tibet. Sir Lingpa.
Uh-huh. Protected means what is it?
Predicted means.
Prophesied?
Yes.
Okay. Prophesied. You see? Yeah. So, Lama Selingpa prophesied to the Atisha, you in the future go to Tibet, and those lineages, these lineages are India and also to Tibet. So that's why we got it. Without, maybe today, yes, completely, we got it there. So, Atisha Lama Selingpa is very kind as Atisha. Lama Selingpa made Atisha to go to Tibet and to give him the teaching of these. Then
Sir Lingpa addressed Atisha, Your Grace, do not stay here. Go to the north. Go north to the land of snows.
see, where is the north of the land of snow? Where is that?
The Himalaya ranges.
The Himalaya. Okay, Himalaya is not Tibet.
No Himalayas in Tibet.
I see. You leave it.
Okay. And the
Don't take time with that.
Okay.
Then,
And the next heading is the things he did to further the doctrine after gaining these qualities.
yes. Then,
This has 2 parts. How he did this in India and how he did this in Tibet.
that's good. That means Atisha did the action of the Buddha Dharma in India and in Tibet. That's 2 ways. Okay, that's one. Then,
The following heading, how he did this in India. When Atisha returned to Magadha, he
return to me from where?
from Indonesia.
Okay,
from
good.
Sir the Guru. When he returned to Magadha, he lived in
Okay, Magadha. Why is it Magadha?
Magadha.
That's good. Better, not yet. Magadha means, what is Magadha? Do you know?
Magadha.
No. Both guys, Both guys Magadha.
Yeah.
Called before Magadha.
He lived in Bodh Gaya and 3 times defeated in debate the upholders of the evil Tirthika religions, converting them to Buddhism.
Oh, okay. Do you understand this one? What's that? Anybody can tell me. I ask Stevie reading, so therefore I forget. But for everybody, what say?
They're Thika religions.
Oh, it's not Buddhism, you see?
No.
No, they going to challenge, you know. Hindus, I think Hindus, some kind of Hindu. Then they did anyway challenge, because they do challenge who lost, all those disciples are, who lost, there's other victories, who is dead under this.
Whoever wins.
Yeah, so
Everybody.
who wins? Yeah, under that. Then what is it?
He upheld the teachings in other ways too. King Mahabala appointed him to the library in Vikramshila Monastery.
Mm-hmm.
Although Atisha followed mainly the traditions of the Mahasamika school, he was also well versed in the traditions of all other schools.
Schools, but that means schools means that time in India is 18 different schools of the Traba, you know. Terba, you say. 18 different schools. But Atisha belongs to one, but all he's like equally, just like his holiness now. They're equal. All those are he giving teaching in the equal ways. You see. Then
he was also well versed in the traditions of all other schools, and because he showed absolutely no sectarianism, he became the crowning jewel of all the Sangha in Magaha, as well as
Magadha is that in India, mostly in India, is there?
As well as across India.
Across India means what? What do you think?
I think it means all
Oh,
across.
that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's
He was the acknowledged master of the whole teachings of Sutra and Tantra to be found in the 3 baskets and the 4 classes of Tantra.
That's good. That's in India. 4 tantras means Kriya Tantra, Charya Tantra, Yoga Tantra, Maha-Anu-Yoga Tantras. 2 different 4 levels of tantras. All those are the sutras. Sutras and the tantras. Oh, he is the great master of, from India that time. He was the number 1. Belong to him. Then
And as for the teachings themselves, it was as if the victorious one himself had returned.
okay.
And the next heading, how he did this in Tibet.
Okay, now this is the India. In India, whatever he did, the action of the Buddha Dharma will benefit for the Buddha Dharma in India. Whatever he did, this tremendous, great deed. Whole the system of the Buddha Dharma in India that time by him. So that is his action in India. Now, after that, then Tibetan king requests to come to the Tibet, and many times sending people. I think maybe that's okay, but then finally we got there. Oh, he came. He means Atisha came to Tibet. Then
The teachings first promulgated in Tibet had by this time died out.
yeah, that's true. This time is the time of the 11th century. In the 11th century, this time is in 11th century. Before we got it, the Dharma we got almost die up. Say that one. Or what say?
And pretty soon, I believe it says that they had died out.
Oh yeah, that's
The original
yeah, that's
teachings.
it. Now almost. So, but lots makes what do you call wrong, contaminated.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong teachers came from India, and also lost it. There's no right teachers. We didn't get it. After the Pema Sambhava and also after the Sangharachita. Sangharachita and Pema Sambhava came in the 8th century. Tibetan king Tsultim Gyeltsen. We started in with the Dharma in the 7th century by Tibetan King Songtsen Gampo. But that time is not yet monasteries. We don't have monks, nuns, no. But monks, nuns started in the 8th century. 8th century beginning. Great teacher Sangharajita came from Nepal, and he studied, of course, in India. He came, and also Pema Sambhava. Pema Sambhava, which he came to Tibet. And those two, giving the teaching of the Tantra, Pema Sambhava, and the teaching of the sutras, all those are given by Sangharajita. Tremendous, we have development of that, and then we got the monks or monasteries started in the 8th century. From the 8th century and between the 11th century, then a little bit more contaminated. People, right teachers, excellent teachers gone, and although many different kind of teachers came and they contaminated with the Dharma, then that time there, a teacher in the 11th century, a teacher to come to our country to make pure everything really with the Dharma. Just all those try to make clean. So then, again, maybe can say this. So because then Sutra and the Tantra combination together, no separate. So, but then someone says, follow the Tantra. They don't think but take the monks' vows. And some of the monks' vows, they cannot take the Tantra initiations or so. That's just like a opposite. Try to make it like an opposite. So very much bad things happen. So then a teacher came. Then everything's like shining, clean, with the Dharma would be in Tibet. Let's read it. See?
The later dissemination of the teachings was gaining momentum, but some people concentrated on the Vinaya and disregarded Tantra. Others did just the opposite. Sutra and Tantra had become as opposite as hot and cold. Many well-known Pandits came to Tibet from India, lured by the prospect of gold. They deceived the people of Tibet with many evil mantras and tantric sects, and it had become most difficult for the pure teachings of the victorious one to spread. The Tibetan king, Lama Geshe was not...
W-O something, those up there, what do they say?
O-E. O-E in this book.
O-E, woo, yes.
Geshe Wo.
What? Actually in W-O, they're dots. What?
Okay. Lama Geshe Wo.
Okay.
The Tibetan king was not happy about this, and in order to promulgate pure teachings, he sent 21 bright Tibetan students to India to bring back Pandits who would be more beneficial to Tibet.
King's very good because the 21 students, excellent, excellent. One pick up and send it to India as a pure Dharma to study and practicing and bring back his two country. That's all say that.
Yes.
Then?
All but 2 of them died. Great Rinchen Zangpo and Legden Sherab both became steeped in Dharma, but still had been unable to bring Atisha back with them.
Lotsawa Rinchen examples. Lotsawa means he's a Tibetan Rinchen example, and learn Sanskrit and not only learn the language, but practicing and everything is studying with the Dharma, Tantra and Sutra both from India. So that's one with the Holy Master. And also Lotsa along the share, that's true. How many 22 sending from there to came back because of that times too much medicines not like now and heating and also then they dying. They dead. Then but that truth came back and they bought the then real also pure idea of the Dharma. Then
When they returned to Tibet, they had an audience with the king on how to harmonize the sutras and tantras with the practices and beliefs of all the Indian scholars.
Combination. Because the person who need to be practice the tantra must be, they need to learn the sutra. Not only the tantra's ways cannot become a being Buddha. So both combinations. Then they learned and came back to take the Tibetan king. Then
These other pandits are not benefiting Tibet, they said. In Vikram Shila, there lives a monk of royal birth who achieved liberation. His name is Daipamkara Sri Jana.
So those two Tibetan Lotsa, the Lotsa means actually translated, but there's two simple explanation based holy translators. What they do translate, they have a realization for themselves. That's why this truth says we need to try to get the Atisha. Atisha is the best master in India. So that's one told to the king. Then
If you invite him, it is certain to benefit Tibet. They said all the other pandits were agreed on this. Their speech settled the king's doubts, but more importantly, he developed strong and unconquerable faith in Atisha merely through hearing his name.
so that's a tremendous, even this Atisha's name, King Hood, is tremendous faith devotion. That was great. Master, we wanted to get to take the in Tibet. That's kind of, he has a great feeling. Then
He sent Gyatsen Senji together with
Gyatsen Singh.
Gyatsen Senji,
Gyatsen Singh.
Sengi,
Yeah.
together with 8 others to bring Atisha back. They took with them much gold but failed. The Dharma king himself went in search of more gold to help bring the pandit back. The Khan of Garlug knew the king was acting to further the doctrine, so he captured Yeshi Wol and threatened him with death if he did not abandon the teachings.
Galo means, I think these days, between Tibet and India, there is this small kingdom. Those are, I think, there's no, they don't have religion much. So they kept, that's here and the here order. These brothers, 2 brothers. Here is the older one, Sanchua is the younger one. So older one keep in the prison. Then the younger one asked the king, please let out. So that king says, Kalog Jebo. Then he says, if you bring the gold like your brother's size of your brother's body, then I let go. So he did it to get what he got, and also he went to try to get the more gold, and also almost like put down like his body size, but the head size he didn't get it. Then I think he younger one asked, can I see my brother through the door or something? They said then he can speak to them. Please, king says, gold your size, gold, the king needed gold size of your body. I got almost like bodies, but I didn't get your head size of the head. We didn't get it. I will find out. That's one. Enter that place. You don't dry, stain, life. He records to his brother. His brother says, "Oh, you great deed, but you don't give anything, even little gold to the king. All those whatever you have, go now take to India and to get the adisha. Don't give any kind of gold to the king. Myself, I never get chance to my what I call contribution, my life for the Dharma. I never get it, but this time I get it. I spent my life for the Dharma. So that's why you don't give anything. I will be dying, but I will wish for we are together in the Tishita having something. So that's what I said. Would you read now?
The king was thrown into prison. His paternal nephew, Janchu Wo, went there in an attempt to free his uncle, only to be told by the Khan of Garlog, "You can either abandon your plans to bring the Pandit and become my vassals, or you can bring me the king's weight in gold. Either way, I shall set him free." Janchu Wo promised to hand over the gold. He offered the Khan the 200 ounces in gold he had with him, but the Khan would have none of it. Eventually he brought the Khan the king's weight in gold, but minus the head. The Garlog Khan was not interested. "I want the head and all," he said. Janshub Wo did not have the means for any more gold. Instead, he went to the gate of Geshe Wo's prison. "Uncle," he cried, "you have been most kind. You are the victim of your past actions. If I wage war against this man to defeat him, very many people will perish, and I fear they will be reborn in the lower realms. I was told by this fellow not to invite the Pandit, but instead become his vassal. But if we abandon the Dharma, we have given in to this sinful king. I think it is better for you to remain true to the Dharma. He told me he wanted your weight in gold. I have been searching for gold, but have only found enough to equal your body without the head." This did not satisfy him, and now I shall go to find the rest. I shall return with the ransom. Until then, you must think on your past karma, petition the 3 jewels, and above all else, take courage and create merit. His uncle laughed and said, "I thought you had led a soft life and were too spoilt to brave any difficulties or to have any courage. Now I feel you can uphold the traditions of our forefathers when I die. You have acted well. This makes me content. I thought it would be wrong."
I say, that's what I say. Now I'm not you are very diligent, and you came to help to the country for the Dharma. Now even I die, it's okay. That's what I said. Eh?
Mm-hmm. I thought it would be wrong for me to die without having established a faultless rule of Dharma in Tibet. I am old, and if I were not to die now, I would live only another 10 years. If I give away so much gold for just that, it would upset the 3 jewels. In my past lives in beginningless samsara, I have not once died for the Dharma. Do not then give this Khan so much as a speck of gold, How excellent for me to die for the Dharma. Where could we even find gold for my head? Take all the gold to India and do all you can to bring Pandit Atisha back. If he will see you, give him my message. I gave up my life to the Garlug Khan for both...
This message through his brother to Atisha. Okay?
I gave up my life to the Garlug Khan for both the Buddha's teachings and your own. Look at me with your compassion for the rest of my lives. Look after me with your compassion for the rest of my lives. My only thought was for you to come to Tibet. I only did this so that the Buddha's teachings could spread in Tibet. You therefore should do as I ask. Bless me so that we definitely meet in my future lives. Nephew, forget about me. Think of the Buddha's teachings. The uncle...
I think that's a thing. Live there tonight. So those are, you can read and we need to know about this because the holy beings, life of the holy beings, we need to know because we are follow all those kind of action. So that's why it's very important to need to know the history of the holy beings. So now we do dedication. We wishing for all sentient beings. Wishing for Buddha Dharma long time with the beings. And person like His Holiness Dalai Lama and any other master, though to have the long life. Which we are practitioners of the Buddha Dharma. Any kind of monks, nuns, and like people or anyone's. Those are to have the accomplishment of practice of the Dharma without obstacles. In this country and in any other country it will not happen, bad things happen. And everything good fortunes coming in this world for all beings. Finally we wishing for all sentient beings free from delusions and illusion and become a being with the by which we did action of Dharma, we are together. made with these teachers. You think about it. Good.